How are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The numbers at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too. Hey, how are you doing? This is the Antoinette Louise Show, and I'm live on TV 61. I hope you're having a fabulous, phenomenal day. I have a phenomenal guest, all my ladies here. This is my girls. We hang out. We have a good time. And today I have a special guest, my good friend. This is Dr. Alice Teague. Honey, she got a profile. Okay, let me see. She is a powerhouse, a visionary, and someone you absolutely need to know. She is none other than Dr. Alice Teague. You've seen her, you've heard from her. She's the dynamic host of the Dr. Alice Show on this platform right here, TV 1061. She's an unstoppable CEO of Spotlight Magazine, and that's her magazine over there. That's okay. That's her magazine. A magazine that's not only making headlines, but dominating across 7 platforms. She is a 3-time #1 bestseller on Barnes & Noble, and she can be found everywhere from Walmart to Google Books, eBay, Strand Bookstore, Better World Books, Indigo Chapters in Canada, Lulu.com, and the list goes on. But she doesn't stop there. This trailblazer here is the director and producer of the sold-out stage play that I was in, The Shadows of Greatness, a show that brought audiences to their feet while standing ovations, and that proved that her creativity knows no limit. I agree. And if that wasn't enough, she's also a mega speaker with Fix My Credit, motivating and empowering people across the nation to rise higher and dream bigger. So today, get ready for wisdom, inspiration, and energy like no other. Because when you meet Alice over here, you're not just meeting a guest, you're meeting a movement, a force, and a name you'll never forget. Dr. Alice Teague right here.
Right.
All right.
Well, thank you, my good friend, Michelle. We go back a long way. We do go to church together. And actually, our story begins that we met in church. And ever since we met in church, we have been friends ever since. I love her. She was in my play, The Shadow of Greatness play. If you have not seen this play, you need to see it. We got a recall on this play. A demand for this play. We'll be doing this play again in February, Black History Month, February the 20th and the 21st. We are now in the demand. We'll be traveling to Chicago with the Shadow of Greatness play. We have the congressman, and I'm so thankful God has blessed this play. We have the Congressman Danny K. Davis, who is sponsoring us to go to Chicago. So if you have not seen this play, you do need to see this play, The Shadow of Greatness play. We're going to be advertising. I am looking for actors. I'm looking for singers. So if you want to be part of the Georgia, just call 404-418-4125. And as Michelle said, my book, the Spotlight Spectacular Magazine book. If you have not been in my book, Spotlight Spectacular Magazine, you need to get into that book. My magazine is global and national and international. I'm all the way in UK. I'm in Europe. I'm in Australia. and in Canada. So if you have not been in this magazine, you do need to be in Spotlight Spectacular magazine. Let us showcase you. Let us advertise your business. We have sales going on right now for your advertising spot. Also, my new book comes out. It is called Pink Ribbon. It does come out the same time my magazine comes out in October. And then I will have another book following that, and it was called The Woman's Heart. I am also a breast cancer person, so October is very special to me. This will be going on 10 years of me being breast cancer free.
Wow.
I was diagnosed in
Phenomenal.
2015.
Isn't that awesome?
I had
Phenomenal.
my surgery
That is.
in 2016. So Breast Cancer Month coming up is
Wow.
very special to me. And I am so delighted to be on this show with my friends and the rest of my new friends on
that's
Phenomenal Woman, because everybody
All
on here
right.
is a phenomenal
They
woman.
are.
And that's what we need to do. We need to stick together.
Yes.
We need to grow together, because
Yes.
guess what? When I elevate, I'm going to elevate everybody else.
That's
That's
what
the way
you
I
do.
believe in,
That's
because God did not give me selfishness. He gave me for me to share with other people. It's enough to go around.
There
and
it
if you
is.
can help another sister make it, and I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So once again, thank you for having me on your
No
show, The Phenomenal
problem.
Woman.
So no problem. All of these ladies are phenomenal. Now Ree is gonna be doing. This is Ree. She had
everyone.
today. Tell us about your songs, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I just released a new song today. My name is Ree Still Bloom, by the way, and I am an artist. I'm also a fellow nurse to
Yes.
my
Yes.
friends here, and I released a song. It's called "Practice Makes Perfect." It's a fun song. And it's a line dance that goes to the song. It's just something to get you out there on the floor. And I hope you want to support them at restillbloom.net. And the song is being released today on Apple, iTunes, Spotify,
Awesome.
all of the places. if you wanna
Phenomenal.
purchase it.
Phenomenal,
Yeah.
honey. And Paulette has candles. I just increased my order. She looking at me crazy. I said, Paulette. So I took them to church. Everybody was like, wait, what this is? What? So I have no candles left. My daughter came through, got about 10 of them. They're awesome, y'all. So Paulette has a candle line. She got
So wonderful.
how many?
Okay, I have about, right now I have 35 fragrances.
What?
Yes. So I've increased my fragrance load just because I've been having a lot of requests for
Yeah.
certain things. So I'm a mixologist. Back in college, I used to be a bartender to help get me through nursing school, right? So I
And
used
she
to
telling me stuff I don't even
Yeah, I
know.
used to
Come on
bar-
and spill the beans, boo boo.
I
Come on.
did. I used to bartend at night, not for long, maybe about 6 months or so. And I kind of keep the same process with my candles, even though the first part of my degree was a chemist, and then I switched over to nursing.
I ain't know that.
So
oh,
it helps.
My
It
goodness.
helps a lot, with what I do. I like mixing. I like testing, and like I said before, all my candles are organic, totally. I make my own soy wax. I don't outsource nothing out. I'm a healthcare professional, so I have to make sure that the product I give you is very safe.
Yeah.
It's safe for you. It's safe for a newborn. It's safe for an infant. So if you burn it in your house, it's safe for everybody all around. Your pet, your newborn, your infant, your husband, the wife, the mother and children. And then all my fragrances, all my oils get sent out and get the label stamped to come back for clean organic
Phenomenal.
scent. So everything I use, just be assured that there's nothing in there that's harmful.
Now that's Paulette on this magazine down here. She was featured on QVC. Them candles are none other. I've bought candles before.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, I've bought candles before. They don't smell like Paulette's, honey. So this is a treat. Where can they get the candles at?
Okay, so you can. I am on. It's called Wax and Wicks Candles. I'm on Instagram. I have a website which is waxandwickscandle.com. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok Shop. So basically, you just have to plug the name in. Wax. It's WAX, the letter N, and then WIX. Candles. So it's Wax and Wix Candles.
Candles. Okay.
Right.
Ain't that awesome? All these some bad sisters up in here. Yeah, me.
That's how
Telling us
that's how I
stuff.
started
I
out.
don't know her for a couple of years. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I started that way, and then I switched over to nursing. So
Oh.
all my sciences was easy beyond that because I already.
Right.
Chemist in there.
Yeah.
So, Mia is a nurse that does special nursing, and it's called wound care. So, how long you been doing that, Mia?
About 10 years.
Girl, this girl here can do some serious, because we worked together at one time, and we often kid about it. So, one time we had a patient, and Mia light these patients up. They looking for Mia. Is Mia coming today to change my dressing? So this one man, I said, she ain't coming today, Bookie. It's me. I don't want you. I know you don't, but you're getting me today. That's what kind of nurse Mia is. Her patients be happy. Happy when that nurse come in to see them. She brings them joy. Okay, Mia. And Alice, me and Alice, let me tell you about me and Alice. So she told me, we got to learn boots on the ground. We got to learn boots on the ground. So me and her go to Black Market, black people, and they had this boots on the ground thing where they were teaching how to do boots on the ground. So I paid my admission. She come waltzing through there. I said, you can't come in. You ain't paid. Oh, I don't pay. Come in. Oh, okay. And she
got
didn't
the
pay. I've been paying my money, and that's how she started me with boots on the ground. She was like, come on, we got to learn this for the play. And she had another lady that for her play, intermission, we were doing boots on the ground. So that's how I learned boots, because I didn't know what they was talking about. What you talking, boots on what ground? What are y'all talking?
Yeah, line dancing is real popular this year.
Oh, my God. So now I know boots on the ground. Today, we're going to have
And today
special
you're going to
treat.
do practice makes perfect.
Ree has a song. You didn't hear what she said. She said her song is on Spotify, and I'm so proud, Ree.
Thank you.
She has a song. She sings like a songbird. I got to talk to you. I want you to do some songs for me for this show. But anyway, we're going to do it after our break. She's going to show us how to do, what do you call this dance?
Well, I call it Still Blooming, but it's Practice Makes Perfect is the name of the song.
So it's
So when you hear that song, you know to do that dance.
okay. So she created a line dance, and it is awesome. Practice makes perfect. Now I'm gonna be stumbling behind her, okay? But I'm just letting you know, 5 minutes ago is how I learned the steps. So I ain't that you know. But anyway, we're gonna do that after the break. But today, I didn't tell you what my quote for today is, my scripture for today. My quote for today is, God got a dog in that fight. I don't care what you're going through, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching. Don't you never think that God ain't in the mix, because he is. But you don't know it. You can't see it. You can't hear him. You can't feel him. But I want you to know that he's there. I'm going to tell you how I know it's because I lived that life. Born, raised in the hood, mama drunk, dad missing. I'm telling you, I was messed up. But God in his mercy and grace thought it about me, and look at me now. So I would have never seen, you couldn't have told me that. God got a dog in a fight for you. And the verse for today I love it, is that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. What
Michelle,
y'all know about that?
Michelle, I want to tell you something. With that, what you said, I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. My niece, when she was about 4 years old, we went over to my brother's house for a Sunday dinner. I went over there, and he lives in Covington. So my niece was trying to move the table so to put me another seat there. And she was 4. And I said to her, Shaw, you can't move that table. You're too little. And she goes, I can do all things
All right.
that,
Look at
through
her.
Christ that strengthens me in
Oh
Paulette.
my
And do you
God.
know she pushed that table? And I said, well, go ahead then.
Okay.
You know, at 4 years
love
old,
it.
she said to me, so every time I hear that quote or that verse, I think about my niece, Shaw, that said that to me at 4 years old.
Yep. Train up a child in the way they should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't
not
depart from
from
it.
it.
It is so true because my great grandmother raised us in the church. But this is the new thing here I want to mention. Alice is having a dating game. If you are single and you want to meet some eligible men here in Atlanta, Alice is going to have that on her show. She also has a show, the Dr. Alice Teague Show. You can look it up under TV 61. And that'll be next month, right?
Next month, yes.
Okay, so I got a man. Okay, I can't be on her show, but I'll be helping. But I'm hoping that if y'all are interested and it goes well, she'll continue to do that because we need that. You know, you don't have a lot of choices. Yeah, you ain't got no choices. It's not a lot of men out here. Well, they have a lot of men out here, but good men. Eligible men. Yeah, those are far and in
Serious
between.
men.
Yeah.
Serious.
Serious.
That's going to be very
God-
nice.
God,
Intentional.
God-fearing men.
God-fearing, that's right.
We were talking about that on the way.
Powerful men.
Yes.
Phenomenal men.
Phenomenal men. We were talking about
Strong
that
men.
on the way.
Men that can be your covering.
Yes.
And know how to pray.
Yes.
Someone
And
that can
Chloe.
provide for you
Yes.
and will take care of you and will treat you like you're
Because,
supposed
let me
to be
tell you,
his queen.
The women
All
got it
right.
twisted. The man ain't supposed to take care of you. I don't know where y'all getting that stuff from. The Bible say when you got a wife, Telomere.
A man that findeth a wife findeth a good
Good
thing.
thing.
And not only does
Woo!
he find a good thing, but he obtaineth favor
Woo!
in the Lord.
Girl, I'm done preaching.
But that
Okay,
doesn't
y'all.
mean that he's not supposed to take care of you. Where in that does it say
Yeah,
that?
right.
Say that.
Okay, you're the husband, you're the provider.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you're right. The women do have it twisted because the women are out here taking care of these men.
Shut
That's
up.
right. That's
Okay,
right. That's right.
I
And,
know
it's
a
just-
lot
and
of
just
them.
like
That's
Mia
right.
The
said,
man is supposed to be your covering.
Well, just
He's
like-
your covering. He's the one that's praying for you. The woman is the one that's watching
Yes.
and got the man's back because the man is supposed to be going forward.
Correct.
And she's looking and she's praying and she's seeing and she's using her discernment as he moves.
Well, let me just
I
add
love it.
something to that. The Bible also says the man is the head of your household.
Say it.
So if the
Say it.
man cannot lead that household, he cannot make a good decision for you.
That's
and
it.
So I was brought up from old school that a man is. See, I still believe in a man supposed to open your door. I still believe in a man supposed to take his hat off when he's at a table. That's
Absolutely.
just my belief. And so when you are a man, you're supposed to be a covenant. You're supposed to protect that woman so she doesn't want anything. And then it goes back. Women, you're supposed to protect your man. I came from a family. I've got a lot of brothers and sisters, 13 of them, in fact.
Wow.
And we come from a big family. But my father, he took care of my mother was in politics, and that's why I'm into politics. And that's why I'm who I am now, because they said I'm like her. But she would go home, even from her politics days, she would cook his biscuits. She had the best biscuit in the world. But he would make sure that she had a roof over her head and that he took care of what he's supposed to do. And I'm just the same way. If I'm going to get into a marriage, my husband is supposed to take care of me. I'm not going to get in a marriage, and I've been through that. I'm not going to get into a marriage when I got to take care of you. And I believe that through sickness and stuff. But when you have somebody that just don't want to, some people are not marital material. So you
That's
gotta think
true.
about that too.
That's
so when
true.
you get into a relationship, you have to know those values, because once you're married and you have made a commitment in front
Yes.
of God, it's really hard to get out of that. But you have to know who you're marrying.
But-
Because if you marry somebody that don't want to be married, I don't care what you do.
It ain't gonna work.
It's not
But you
gonna
know
work.
what? I really think, too, during the dating
Process.
process, women look at dating as, oh, I'm getting a free meal. He's taking me out. He's doing this. We're going here and going. And not really looking at this man and vetting this man to see the signs, because the signs are there. At the minute he gets comfortable, he's going to let his hair down and he's going to show you who he is.
Yes,
But
he
you
is.
miss it. You miss that
Those are
side. You
called
miss
red
those.
flags.
But they miss them because they're so caught up in the material things that the man is giving them.
Oop, can I
You
say
know?
P. Diddy? Oop.
You're giving,
R. Kelly.
you're giving, you know, I'm taking you out. Oh,
Right.
he took me from here to Florida on a dinner
Correct,
date.
correct.
He took me here, but you're not looking at the core person,
Right.
because they can change a lot of things.
Characteristics
Right,
of the person.
they can change a
No,
lot of
his
things, but that
character.
person, the
His
person,
character, yeah, his character.
you can even change that, Michelle, but
Not
your
his-
you can change your character, but the personality,
personality.
you can't change. You
But
can't
see,
change that.
One thing that we have to do, and my preacher, Dr. Richard Barclay, I love him. He did a subject on necessary ending. Sometimes you have to make sure that you are almost about to let go, because sometimes you got to have a necessary ending. And what I mean about a necessary ending, that it's got to end if it's draining you,
Right.
if it's making you sick, if
Yes.
it's making you where you're not developing with that partner. You have to say,
But-
this is one of those necessary endings.
But you know what?
Because
It don't-
You gotta have a necessary.
It don't
ending.
even have to get to the point where it's making you sick or draining you, because I'm not going to be in something. But before it gets to the point where I'm sick and draining, you're out the door.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because I'm going to pick up on what it is I need to pick up on. Okay?
But that's only if you're not broken.
Right.
I've been in relationships. All the red sign, the flashes will
But
light.
Michelle, if you're broken, you need to not be dating. You need to be working
But they
on your.
do it, though.
You need to be working on yourself.
But you don't
need
know
to be
you're broken.
You need to
Some
be
women
fixing
don't
that
know they're
brokenness.
broken.
Well,
I
that's
didn't
true.
know.
That's true.
I didn't, but my family told me, my friends told me, something wrong with you. I got offensive. I'm like, something wrong with me? Yes. You keep getting the same type of abusive, narcissistic.
Narcissistic.
Well, see, there's a thing that's called stuck on stupid, and I'm not
That's
saying
me.
that. I'm
Oh,
not
no,
saying that
it's
you
me.
were
I
stupid.
admit to mine.
Some
Oh, I was
people are
stupid.
just stuck on stupid. They
I
think
was
that
stuck
they
on
gotta have
stupid.
this man. They
Yeah.
gotta be in love with
Well,
them,
that's
and they
it.
don't care. They don't. They have
That's
low
true. That was me.
self-esteem, and they just want to be in a relationship,
That was me.
or they just want to say, "Hey, I got a man." Whether that man is worth 2 cents or
'Cause
$5
that's
million
it.
And you know, you're absolutely right. Because, okay, for instance, there's a person right now that I work with, and she was always throwing around my husband, my husband, my husband. Always. She always, my husband, my husband, my husband.
They were married.
Huh?
You find out they were
No,
married.
they're married. They're married. My husband, my husband, my husband. And I don't know, Alice. You know, I don't know if what it was that she was trying to gain from always throwing her husband in the forefront. And until the other morning, we got ready to get off of work, and I'm a nurse. So all of us except
Alice.
Alice.
Yeah.
But I was getting off of work, and her husband, I went outside to take my heater to my car because we can't have them in the building. I'm telling
Yeah,
on
you
myself.
can't have it.
I'm telling on myself, but I was cold, so, you know, whatever. So there was a man sitting out there in her car, like standing by her car. And I went inside and I told her, I said, "There's a man by your car." And she said, "Oh, that's my husband." I said, "But I saw your car out there last night." And I worked a night shift, 7 p to 7 a
Mhm.
in the morning. And I said, "But your car been out there all night." Because whenever I would walk by, I would kind of peep out because my car is out there. So I kind of look out for the cars in the parking lot or what have you. And she said, "Yeah, I know." And I said, "So he stayed in your car
All night?
And she said, "Well, right now, you know, we're looking for a place and this and that and the other." They don't even have a roof over their head.
Oh.
They don't have a roof over their head.
So wait a minute. Wait,
And-
wait.
Terrible.
Wait, wait.
Okay. Okay.
Homeboy.
Answer the question.
Homeboy. Wait, wait, homeboy.
Ask the
got-
question, Michelle.
Okay, I'm
Ask
done.
the question. No, ask the
Done.
question. Ask the
So many
question.
questions.
I'm
See,
done. I'm
this
done.
is the thing.
Ask the question.
can't do
This is the
But we
thing.
can't
I'm
do it.
done.
A
I'm
man
I'm done.
should not have a woman in a car. That's number one. A man can get a job in a car wash. He can get
Picking
a
up
job
trash.
at McDonald's. Pick it up.
I
There
don't
is
care.
no
McDonald's.
excuse. Now,
See,
now
that's-
this is where you go to. I'm in love. I'm stuck on stupid
Stupid.
because of the fact I just want a man
A
around
man.
me.
You know what
But-
I'm saying?
yeah.
This woman is in her early 40s. She's not a teenager. She's not 19 and 20 where they're young and in love and trying to make it and what have you, okay? So that's my point exactly. If I am going to be sleeping out of my car,
Absolutely.
and I mean people have done it and have gone on to have
I
great
used to do it,
success.
but I was alone by myself.
You know, but
So-
there's no way I'm gonna be sleeping in my car with a man.
With a man.
There
But
is
the-
absolute- I
with a
don't
man.
care
But
what.
many
Right.
times
Okay,
I
but
have
understand
found
that some things do happen.
Right, finish.
But
Finish.
while she is working, what is he doing? Is he sleeping
Sleeping
in
in her car.
He should be
No.
working.
Hell,
He
should be
he
working.
He should be
I was
making-
gonna say,
He should be
making
working.
those
that.
happen.
He should be
Hold
making.
on a second.
He should be making the bacon, if they said,
Yeah.
because there's no excuse. There's no.
I ain't
You know
doing
what? I watched this YouTube, and this guy is very smart.
It's okay.
Caused me to reevaluate my T-shirt business. He was out there making T-shirts from his apartment, and he was making like $1,000 a day, but he had to hustle. There's no reason. There's no, and I have to say that again. There's no reason that a man should not have a hustle.
Reese
I
said
don't care if
something
it's
to say, too.
picking up cans.
I don't
Make
care
that
either.
hustle so that you can provide for your woman.
family.
And I'm surprised that she, but when you're stuck on stupid
And you're
in
broken.
love and,
And
you
you're
don't know
broken.
and you're broken, you accept
Well,
these
Ree has
things.
something.
But I
And
was
that's
just
why you
saying
don't
that it was
want to
it's a
accept
ride or
certain
die
things.
mentality. That
Oh, that's
that-
true.
That
true.
stereotype of I have to ride or die.
Oh,
for
I
my
ain't riding
man.
and dying for
And
no man.
Well, the
That's
thing
what you
is
see a lot of
okay.
families in situations together, and you wonder how can we all be down together.
I'm not riding and dying for nobody. I get it. If I'm married and something happens and my husband loses his job or he gets
That's
sick or
different.
whatever,
That's
I'm
different.
behind him 100% because before that, he was taking care of the family, right?
Right.
I get it. Okay? And if you're sick, then that's even more so that I'm going to support you. If you lose your job, you cannot sit at home. Every single day you need to be on that computer. You need to be sending resume. If I have to help you build your resume, if I have to help you and support you in that way. But there's absolutely no way.
And not be
that
at
you're gonna-
home playing video.
Oh, no,
That
no,
is
no.
that is
No, no,
the
no.
problem
No.
with men.
No, no, no.
If they're not working,
But-
they're playing video.
But my-
You are too grown to play video. Go out there and get you a job,
And you
because
know what?
remember, you are in a relationship.
This went in-
Remember that you're supposed to love a person, and when you love somebody, you will go out of your way.
This went into another avenue, but what I was trying to say from the beginning was she kept saying her husband kind of putting him on a pedestal. When you made that comment about when you made the comment
Yeah, that was the beginning of the
about
story.
husband is supposed to take care
Yeah.
of the family, right? And she kept saying her husband until I found out
That he was sleeping in.
what her husband well really because you made another comment saying that these women they just want to have someone there to say they got a man.
Absolutely.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And I wanted to show that you can have a man, but what good is it?
I wanted to ask the
If he's not
question
supportive.
you guys brought up earlier, and that is about the independent woman or being raised by the independent woman. And do you think that it has an effect
Sure it
on
does.
how the man is going to perceive what his role is in the
We
relationship?
will be going to our break, and we will be right back. We're going to learn how to do the new line dance by Ree. Thank you.
All right,
See you in a
y'all.
few.
Get ready.
Hey, how are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The numbers at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too.
Okay, the question.
Hey, this is Michelle. I'm sorry, y'all. My name is Antoinette Louise Joy. I'm the author of The Phenomenal Woman, and this is my TV talk show. So before we went to break, Ree was telling us about the ride or die women. So what are you saying
And
about
I
this?
was asking, the question that I had was, do you think that people who are raised by independent women, will that be have an effect on how his role is perceived as a provider, or as, if I'm raised up by an independent woman, will I expect the to take care of my spouse if I was raised by somebody who was independent, or will I expect her to take care of me?
Okay,
I can
Paulette.
answer that. So I was a single woman for a long time, a single mother for very long, for
Me
years.
too.
For years and years, okay?
Me too.
And I raised two boys. One that wasn't really, I didn't give birth to, but I raised him when my son brought him home in the 6th grade.
Oh.
Brought him home to my house.
Okay.
And I wound up raising him through high school. And then the one that I gave birth to. Okay. So my son that I gave birth to, that I raised from birth, he is now a successful producer. He is now, his wife literally don't have to work. Okay. And she don't. She take care of the home. She raised their children, even in excuse me, even in days like this. Yes, she can maybe, do whatever she wants as far as, but he's not looking to her to provide for him. Mm-hmm. He provides for his family. And he was raised by me.
Right, he's
An independent single woman.
Yeah.
Right.
He was raised seeing me sometimes work 3 jobs
Me too.
at some point.
Yes.
Me
Most of the
too.
time 2 jobs. Because,
Right.
as nurses, we work 2 jobs.
Right.
That's
We
what we
do.
do as nurses. You know what I
We
mean?
do, because the pay ain't
That's
all that
what
to
we
be a
do.
nurse.
You
The
know?
work is a lot, but the pay ain't. Mm-mm.
And and then my daughter, that I raised from birth, she's independent herself. That, even though she doesn't have a husband, she still provides for her children. She has 4 boys, and
I
they
love 'em.
all have the expectation
One
that
of 'em I'ma
they
take
will be
home.
grown.
Which one?
Soon, at one day, and they will take care of their family.
One of them, he bad. Which one? The one I like with the DJ girl.
That's Vaughn, DJ
Oh,
Vaughn.
I love him. I'm gonna try to get him
DJ
on here. That
Vaughn.
thing can.
And he's
he sold
usually
them
over
records.
at Crash Dummy Records.
Oh my
with
God,
my
he is
son.
awesome.
So yeah, but I'm just saying.
So you don't think it has an impact?
I
on
don't think it. I think it
On you.
it has to do with the way you raise your children.
And I want to second that. It does make a difference the way you raise your children. I was a single mom. I was married, then I got the divorce, and I was a single mom. During that time, and as you say, when you're in the medical field, you have 2 or 3 jobs. I was a little bit fortunate because I was a pre-med at 18 years old. I started at one of the biggest hospital, Rush Presbyterian Hospital. I started off as a nurse, and then I finished, and then I became a pathologist. And so that's how I got my doctorate, as being a pathology. But during that time, I did have 2 kids, and I was, single. My daughter today is single, but she's in a relationship, but she's raising her children. She has 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and my grandson, DJ, is a top A student. So it depends on the value, that's what I taught my children is the
Exactly.
value. And my son
Exactly.
is the same way. When he's with a girl that he calls his girlfriend, he don't let her pay for anything.
Right. Oh, that's
because
good.
that's the way his mother
That's the
taught
way he
him.
was raised.
And so it's the
Right.
way you raise. And even though you're independent, It's the way you're raised.
It's the value
It's the
system
value
that you're on.
raised.
Exactly.
And when
Okay.
you get that value does stick with
That's
you.
very-
Right.
that's
And then it
I like
carries
that.
on
Right.
to you. So I
It's
just
the
wanted
value
to
system.
It's
interrupt
the
that.
value
Mhm.
system.
I love that about both
Okay.
of your sons. I love her son. He's really sweet. And you can tell he's had that training. He's very, yes, ma'am, yeah. I'll be like, oh, where you get that from? My mom. And Paulette's son is the same way. Very humble, nice guy. I like that. What I don't like is when you get a son and he's very disrespectful. He calls women out of their name. I never seen so many young men calling women B's and H's and all. What kind of? It must be the generation
Like
they
I
have
said,
now.
it's the value system that comes from the home.
Yes. and
You
we
know what I mean? It starts
It's
at
not
home.
working.
It starts at home.
It really
Ain't
does,
working.
and that's
Yeah.
not just a cliche. It
Right.
starts at home.
It does.
Right.
Okay.
I
And
agree.
then we were also discussing on our way here women disrespecting women,
At
calling them to be
Yeah.
name. I
Yeah,
have
don't call
never-
me the B and the H.
No.
We're going to have a problem
If
because
you're
that's not
talking,
my
you
name.
call me, you're not talking to me.
Right.
Okay, I get you. I wrote a
I
song
don't
about
answer
it,
to that. I
Mia.
would act
Actually,
like you're not talking to me.
I wrote a song called "Baller, Influential, Trendsetter, Confident, High Powered."
Okay.
That is the new word for the B word.
The B word.
The B word is
Okay.
baller, influential, trendsetter, confident,
Okay.
I
high
like
powered.
that.
All right.
So-
And that's the new word that we should use because calling somebody the B word
That
and when you
ain't- that
hear
ain't
and
right.
when you hear it from a woman perspective, that just turns you off.
It
and
does.
and
It's
to
the worst
me,
word
to
that you
to
can call
me
a
when a
woman.
woman calls another woman a B,
I don't
that's
like that.
disrespecting herself.
I don't like
because
that.
that's not your name. That's not what you was called, and you
Mm-mm.
gotta watch your language
But they do
and
it-
watch your tongue
They
and
do
your
it
mouth.
like a term. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
they
An
do it as
endearment.
like a term of endearment,
Endearment.
to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? That's my B.
Yeah.
That's my. You know,
Yes.
like how they used to say, "That's my dog."
Right.
That's my B. That you know.
Yeah, well, I'm not
They
your
do it
B.
as a term of
I'm
endearment.
not your D. I'm not none of
And
those.
why do you think they do
But
that?
going on to another one. So now we're going to do this new line dance
Yes.
with Ree. So
Okay.
Ree has, her music just came out today on Spotify.
On Spotify,
And she has-
ReStillBloom.net.
Yes, she has a line dance, which I learned 5 minutes ago, okay? So
Like
if
boots on
I'm
the ground.
stumbling, don't be looking at me all
Like boots on the
crazy.
ground.
Right, like boots on the ground. So it's a real nice, and we're gonna do it on the show.
I'm gonna be doing it with Boo Boo. The doctor told me yesterday we can still do this dance. So let's get on out here. I would love you guys to do it with me.
Well, I'm just gonna go over there.
And it's not hard. It's an easy line dance. That's why.
You gotta come. You gotta come over here, Ree. Ree, you gotta come over here
Where's it
for the
at?
camera. Yeah, we're gonna
Where's
follow
it
you.
at? Where?
You gotta get your record.
Get it for me. Get it back.
So this line dance is called
It's called Practice Makes Perfect.
Practice Makes Perfect, and it's viewing today live. We're gonna live do Practice Makes Perfect. Now, mind you, we ain't practiced. Don't be texting me talking about y'all didn't do the dance. We don't know the dance. We're learning it.
And I'm not a good dancer, y'all. Even though I'm from Chicago.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Practice make perfect.
Mia, you gotta come over here to camera. We're gonna be doing that camera.
Chicago's in the house.
You're gonna have to put the cameras that way. Come over here, Mia.
Grow up. Have you ever seen something so beautiful, so clean, makes you want to learn new passion? Grab your partner, take a stride, show us what you got.
Cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cha cha. Cha cha cha. 2, 3, 4. That'll work. That is Ree's new song. Go ahead, Ree. Oh, go ahead, Ree. You did it. We did it. All right. Go ahead, Ree. Oh, look at Ree. Paulette run herself over here. She ain't getting it.
I had to handle the music.
Whatever.
That was great.
You know, I had to make my son proud by taking care of the music part.
All right. That's what you're going with. Yeah, we did. Thank y'all. Thank you, Ree. Please look for her on Spotify. You can also find her on my YouTube channel. All my guests I put on my YouTube channel, Antoinette Louise Joy. It has all the clips that we're viewing, that we're doing now. You can find all mine on that channel. And I'm also launching a kids channel called Anna's Kids Corner.
All right.
We're making cartoons. We're doing kid videos. If you have videos of your kids doing some amazing things, send them to me. You can always send me that, or you can call the station here. This is my dream. What is yours? If you have a dream, call Felix. I'm sorry. He can make it happen for you, because we're doing things, we're going places, and I promise you that we're going to make an impact on what we're doing and who we're doing it with. So again, we were talking about the impact of raising your kids, how you raise your kids, and the way the men are now. Now, I know for a while when I was married, my husband didn't work. He was broken as well. Never kept a job. I know I'm the only one preaching, okay? Nobody else's husband kept a job, okay, but mine. But anyway, mine wouldn't work. So I'm not getting that mentality. You have a whole family. Why do you feel like you don't need to have a job? I can't get it. But I'm still running into women that say that, well, my man don't work. Why?
The value system, okay?
Why would you
The value
allow
system.
some man to live in your house and he don't pay the bill? Okay, I'm not getting that, but okay.
Because they allow, you open the door to that. When
Right.
you open the door to that,
Right.
and then you develop a soul tie. Ooh, that soul tie is hard to break.
Oh,
You mean that demonic tie?
a soul tie.
It doesn't actually have to be
Yeah,
a
just a soul
demonic tie. Soul ties are basically, okay, you know, when Adam and Eve, they were when God made Adam, they became one flesh.
Right.
And when you become intimate, you become one flesh with
There
that
you go.
person. And you develop a tie
Yeah.
as though you're married. You develop a tie.
True.
And that tie has to be broken. God never meant for us to engage until we were married, because he said that Adam and Eve, they became one flesh.
Which
Well,
is
what
true,
and they do
Mia.
become one
But
flesh.
Mia,
What happened to-
what about the ones that are married that allow that to happen?
True.
You know what I mean? Just like with this young lady here at work, with her husband sleeping in the car while she's working.
She's broken.
But
Like
what
he
point-
should be at a job
but
in a
what-
warehouse somewhere. If you
Right.
can't
But
find
what
that,
what happens to the point?
She's broken.
What happens to the point if a man doesn't eat? And then the man doesn't work. I'm sorry.
The
He
Bible
doesn't work.
says-
He doesn't eat.
God
Correct.
said.
And so this is the theory, and this is the concept that women have to get. And then two,
well, let me just say
why
one
buy
thing.
why buy the milk when you can get the cow free?
Well, let me just
so
say-
that's a thing
That's
that
right.
Yes,
that's going
ma'am.
Let
on.
me just say
And
one
that's
thing
why they
before you
sell
I
leave
it.
agree.
that thought about if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat.
Absolutely.
It's in the Bible.
Right.
It says, by the sweat of your brow,
Yes.
you shall eat bread.
Right.
Right.
Okay? That's what it said. By the sweat of your brow.
Right.
Meaning your works.
Right.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And I think we are
and that's
alluding
why-
a
that's
little
why
bit to pimp.
A woman
the pimp
should
mentality.
not let a man depend on her.
Yeah.
If that man is not working, I'm sorry.
Send him back to
women.
his mama.
That's
Send him back to his
pimpology.
mama. He's got to get out
That's
of my
what that
house.
is.
I'm
Send him
telling
back
you.
to
And
his
we-
mama.
I am not raising
No.
no grown man. I'm sorry.
Right.
I've got a son.
That's a
I am
pimp.
not raising no
First
grown
of
man.
all-
and if
That's
you
not-
allow that to happen, you cripple yourself.
That's
not
right.
only that, you cripple the man
And you
that's
become
with
an
you.
you become an enabler.
Absolutely.
Right.
What you were saying,
Absolutely.
Ree?
Pimpology 101.
Oh, not pimpology. Because ain't that what it is?
That's what
You out
to me-
working, he's sitting at home watching
Absolutely.
TV,
Absolutely.
going in the freezer, getting you the meat out and cooking and eating and laying back, and you at the job.
Right, because he doesn't
I
have to
can't
worry
even-
about he
I
doesn't have
can't
to worry
even
about
fathom
anything
that.
because
It happens every day.
Right.
I can't even fathom
That's
that.
happened to me.
It can't even.
That's been my
promise you,
journey.
You guys are
Mine's
sitting there
too.
talking, and it's almost like I see you talking, I hear what you're saying, but in my mind, I can't even. It's not registering to me.
But it
We
happens
have
every
been
day
broken.
in
because
America.
they are set in their own mindset,
Right.
and that mindset is. As long as I've got a man, I'm going to put up whatever I have to put up
That's it.
so I could say I got a man. But once you put in your mind that, hey, you've got to do something, as they say, what are you bringing to the table? If you're not bringing nothing to the table but trying to go to bed with me all of that, what do we have? We have
Nothing.
nothing. So it's got to
Nothing.
be more values that, and the woman have to say, hey, enough is enough. I'm not going that route. We've got to change this channel. And until you
Next.
change that channel, things
The
are going
same
to be
old
like
thing.
that.
Right.
And
That's
if
the
you're gonna
solution.
babysit him, he's going to take that and he's going to eat it up.
That's
you
what it
are
is.
the one that's got to change
That's
it.
it.
You.
He's not
That's
the
the
problem
solution.
at that
That's
point.
right.
You are.
You are the
You
problem.
are.
You are.
Absolutely. Because you allow that to happen. You disrespect yourself for one, and you allow that to happen. And if you allow that to happen, you will allow anything to happen. And you
That's
will
true.
accept anything.
That's
But
true.
what that will do is, ladies, that if you have a man that's not working and you're bringing everything home, what that does is that cripples you
Yes.
from going higher, because you cannot progress because you're taking care of that man and everything is out of
Oh, I
order.
can't
When
even.
things are out of order, you cannot progress.
Right.
I mean,
You can't.
You can't progress.
I mean, not only
It's
that,
holding
it's
you back.
stressful. It's stressful. If you're taking care of this man, it is very stressful. And why would you stress yourself out? Because cancer don't play.
And you know what? Also, I've had someone come to me to borrow from me, but they have a husband.
Uh-oh.
And my thought process is, you have a husband. I'm
A
a
whole
female
husband at
just
that.
like you.
A whole husband at
I'm
that.
a female like you,
You ain't taking care
and
of
you
business.
got a husband.
You ain't taking care of
I didn't
business.
say it, but that's my thought. And I
Yeah.
said, I didn't say I don't have it. I just said, I can't do it. I can't do it. And that was my answer to her. Because when you, like you said, the stress, you have a man at home, you're doing it by yourself. You're going to run into some problem at some point. You understand? But now you can't even go out and ask for help
'Cause you got a
that
man.
you would have normally have gotten help if you were single and by yourself.
But you got a nigga laying up
But
in
now
there.
you got a man living in your house,
Laying up.
laying up under you, and now you're gonna go ask for help.
Not doing
Who
it.
is gonna help you?
And
Knowing that man
and
there
and
laying
that
up
is
under
true.
you.
And that is true. When you have a husband, you have a whole husband. And try to get help when you have a whole husband. For one, it just don't make
He
sense.
should be the one out
he's
there
the one
asking
that
for
should be
help for his family.
Right,
asking for
right.
help And doing for his family.
That's
Yeah.
because you didn't marry a man. You married a
That's-
boy.
That's right. And
You
there
married a
is difference.
narcissistic boy.
There's a difference
Wow.
between a man
And a boy.
Well, send the
And if
boy back to his mama.
That's what you
Absolutely.
do.
And
Well-
that's what you got to do. But if you keep feeding him, all they're
Listen.
going to do is just keep eating.
Okay.
Eating
All
and
I
eating
got to
and
say
eating.
is his mama may still have breast milk. Okay.
Well, is he working? That's the thing. Is he working? And both of them working. I can understand people coming upon on hard times, and if he has gone out there and asked and exhausted his Is
No.
this something that just
But
came
man,
up? This
we're
something that
talking
got to be
about a
done.
man that's living in your house that's
Household.
not working, that
Oh, that's
ain't-
not
haven't
working.
been
Now, if he-
working,
okay,
And
now
don't
you
look
have
for
been
work.
working.
Okay, but let's
And
talk
don't
about
look
that
for work.
though.
Don't
I'd like to
wanna-
talk
and
about
don't-
that
and
though.
don't-
Okay,
and
they
don't
don't
want
wanna
to.
work.
They don't
What
look for
about
work.
what about a man that makes less than you? So you just brought up a good point. So a lot of us are out here working hard, make good money, but maybe our husband doesn't make half of what we make, or even a
I'm okay
smidgen
with
of
that.
what we
I'm
make.
okay with that.
So that's okay.
Because
Well,
he's
see, the
going
thing
to work.
is-
I'm okay with
Right.
Well, see,
Okay.
the thing of it
I'm
is,
not.
when I'm like you, but I'm
I'm not.
Let me just tell you why I'm not.
To each his own. To each his
No,
own.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
each his own.
I'm with her. But let me tell you why I'm with her. Because the thing of it is, when you make more than that man becomes inferior of you. And then he start acting stupid and stuff like that. And so
Ooh.
my thing is, and my professor told me this a long time ago, you shouldn't date somebody that's not in the same field that you in.
No. Not even the same field. In the
That don't have
same,
nothing common in you.
same,
Yes.
In the
Economic-
same economic
Not
class
as
bracket.
as you.
In the
Right.
same economic class
Absolutely.
bracket.
But he
Absolutely.
can
It does
get another
more than
job.
one thing.
He
No.
can get 2 jobs.
Listen, no. You
No.
know why? And you know why?
Right.
It takes away from the family.
Right.
Now he working 2 jobs,
Oh,
and he's
you
never
won't
there,
see
or
him.
he too tired.
Right.
So y'all can't have
Y'all can't
a
see
true
each
family
other.
time, whatever.
Right, you can't.
need to date somebody in your same,
your same
economic
economic
class
class.
bracket,
Okay.
and usually it comes with the same educational level.
It does.
Okay.
It does. And I
So you can't get with a homeless man,
No,
huh?
but
Homeless.
I totally agree with it, because when you date, not date somebody per se that he doesn't have that much money that you have, but it does make a difference. And
Now, let
and
me
like
tell
I
you
said,
about the rich man.
I have always tried to date somebody that at least has something in common with me, because one
Right.
thing
Okay.
for sure,
Right.
if say for instance, like, I take my magazine for business. If that person have the same thought that I have with that magazine, we can grow together.
Right,
We
right,
can grow,
right.
And we can make
And he
an
can-
empire.
even if
We
he
can
makes
make an
less-
empire.
even if he
and that
makes
will
less.
be our empire. But
Right.
if he's doing something totally different, something totally that is not even on your
You're
level,
not even.
you're not going to
evenly
grow.
Let me tell you.
yoked. You're not evenly yoked.
And the Bible even states that you need to be equally yoked.
Let me
But
tell you.
you're not going to grow. It's just going to be
You're not
father
growing
and
together,
father.
then
You're not
you're
I
growing
can
growing
see
apart.
somebody
Go ahead. Go ahead,
making
Antoinette.
a little
Oh.
less than what you do, but if one
This the
person
thing.
if one person can add on to, and if they have the
I'm
credit,
not doing it.
But this
I'm
the
not
thing.
doing that. I'm not
When
doing
you
that.
get with somebody,
You mean a
when
score?
you meet someone and you tell, and
850.
so what you do is when you meet that person, you gotta say what you want and what you don't want.
Right.
But when we come to the table, we gotta talk about finances.
And-
Hold up.
yeah,
If
because you know
homeless,
what?
This ain't gonna work
And
out
the
for
first
you.
thing a
Right.
man want to
Because you're
holler,
gonna be homeless.
the first thing they want to holler, oh, she a gold digger.
Right.
Listen
Right.
here. I dug for gold in high school. I'm
All
not
right.
digging for that now. I'm
Right.
grown. Okay?
Right. Right.
I dug
Well,
for that
see,
in high school.
This is the
okay?
thing. This is the thing. When you're with a man, and as you said, Annette, and everybody else said, you got to know, for one, you got to know what you're bringing to the table.
Right,
You
what
got
you
to know
bringing?
what your credit score is, because if you got bad credit and she got bad credit,
Oh, it ain't
guess
going.
what?
We ain't
Y'all
going
ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere.
We ain't
I'ma
going
say
nowhere.
this.
Because we
I'ma say
can't even
this.
buy a peanut.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say this: if the man is making the money and he got bad credit, maybe he just landed the opportunity to make more,
Well, that's
whatever.
the difference.
Credit can be fixed.
Yes,
right.
it
Credit
can.
can be fixed.
Yes,
so
it
that's
can.
fine.
You're
As
right.
long
Yes, it
as you know
can.
that can be fixed, and you
Right.
could come from a. What it start at 3, 4, 2?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, whatever it could be at the very bottom.
Yes.
He could, now that he making that money or
Fix
is
his
or
credit.
he could get that could be fixed.
Right.
And
That's
whatever
true.
it's get- and after 7 years it's gonna roll off
Right.
anyway.
That's right.
We're gonna start from scratch.
That's
really.
right.
But
So
yes,
I ain't
right.
worried
Go-
about no credit score.
Right.
But
You
this
gotta
right
have
here,
something.
you're not gonna come home.
Right, with nothing.
You're not gonna come home making $50,000 a year, throwing that on my table.
Yeah.
Okay, you take that down the street.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not
Maybe
down
Keisha.
the street.
Maybe Keisha
Not
won't.
down the street, no.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so does ambition count?
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
Well, they gotta be.
Well,
Yes.
Right.
They gotta be ambitious.
Yes.
Because if they're not ambitious,
Look,
you're not going
look,
to go
Grease a
anywhere.
catalyst.
You gotta be. This is my thing. This is my thing with anybody.
Faith
in
without
any
work
relationship.
So,
is
ladies,
dead, y'all.
Faith without work is dead. But you
Ladies,
gotta be able
our
to
time has
build a
come.
castle.
Okay.
You
Our
gotta be
time
able
has
to build a
come.
castle.
I enjoyed
We'll
this.
probably be talking about this. Our time has come to an end. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Please share us, click like, don't like, whatever. But please join us again next Saturday, the same time, same place. These are my amazing friends, and all we're saying is thank you and have a phenomenal day.
Have a phenomenal
Have a
day.
phenomenal day.
Be phenomenal.
Hey, how are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The number's at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too.